Alright, hi everyone. This is going to be a deck flip through and a short little review because I've already filmed this video, but all the footage had disappeared. So this is the Forager's Daughter Tarot box cover. It is absolutely stunning. And here's the side of the box. Very simple, very beautiful. This is one of my absolute favorite decks right now. I think this is the one that I can connect to the most and be able to read it with ease. So this reading cloth under here that I'm trying to straighten out. Here, I'll move the crystals for a moment. Just keeping the crystals there for aesthetic, you know. This is what came with the Kickstarter deck, and I apologize for the cat hair and fuzz, but so here's the top of it, and each little quadrant has for the different seasons. Wow, brain. With a beautiful cicada, and this is screen printed with a beautiful gold color. And I am absolutely in love with it. So here's the bottom part. So you have fall, summer, winter, and spring. So this is one of my favorite cloths that came with any of the 2019 decks that I had backed on Kickstarter. There was a lot of them. So, you know. Anyway. So on to the Forager's Daughter. That's what was tucked into the book. A huge reason why I love this deck is for the Art Nouveau aspect of the design, but also like the connection to nature that I also connect with. There's tons of nature decks throughout the tarot deck, oracle deck, divination community, you know. But I personally have never connected with a deck so easily than this deck. So this is by far my favorite. I do not remember what card this is because it's been a while since I've taken it out. This deck is created by Jessica Lee Howard. Lee? I think it's Lee. If I'm wrong, I apologize, Jessica. Apparently I can't even say spread correctly today either, so. The guidebook to the Forager's Daughter Tarot. And what I absolutely love about this guidebook is the description of it. She goes into her personal accounts of, why she chose what she chose for the card, and like a little bit of a story, and then it's like the keywords of the every aspect. So like the Three of Pentacles has the has an ant colony, violets, and the pentacles that are stacked, and then that has different things in there as well, along with the card definition itself. So it's beautiful, well-written, full color, which, of course, always is a plus in my book, for sure. It's, the back has notes section. I suppose, like, if I didn't agree with one aspect of a card, I would probably write it on the page of the card itself, but I have not disagreed with any of the meanings behind any of this stuff. The major arcana cards have the big ones, the other ones are small. Clearly I have pulled Three of Pentacles quite a few times, because apparently that's the one I keep turning to. So, and the art is just absolutely phenomenal. I have nothing negative about this deck, to be perfectly honest. It was the best experience with all of the Kickstarter decks, I want to say. There was a few that were super easy. Whether or not I remember them being delayed, I don't know. But this one, I don't remember it being delayed. I think there was a card that was misprinted, but that's not an issue for me because I thought it was adorable. So there's a thing about the altar about this cloth, the reading cloth. It was hand cut, stitched, and printed. Each one has different flaws or different beautiful because it's hand done. It's screen printed with ink containing gold dust, which is pretty deep. Which is I was gonna say decent, but that's pretty epic. Activated by using the cloth, sparkling more with each use. That's cute. I don't remember if I read this or not. When I do order indie decks, especially from Kickstarter, I do like to keep all of the like little tidbits and stuff with the cards. You'll see in another deck review that there's some little tidbits and things with it. Like if there's pins and stuff with a card, I usually put it on my backpack or, you know, backpack is in like my purse because I have young kids and everything goes in that bag. So this deck is absolutely beautiful no matter how you look at it. So there's this like beautiful rose gold. I hope you can see it being rosy. My light turns it gold, but I hope you can see that rosy. But it's gilded on all sides. It's got rounded corners. It's super easy to like move around, which is a huge plus for me. It drives me crazy when cards get stuck together. I have used it a lot, so some of the gilding is kind of rubbing off on the edges, but honestly, that doesn't bother me. So if it's a bother for you. So you have the wings of the cicada here. I apologize for not remembering what that bug was. Some beautiful floral design. Right there, you see the wood grain. It's like an extra detail that is like absolutely stunning. And then the Art Nouveau in the corners is just, I love this deck so much, guys. So this is the reprint. The original said 9 of Swords, but it was the picture of the wand. It's okay. Nothing's wrong with it. I mean, it was sent out once she realized. So not a problem for me at all. I just think it's absolutely adorable, and it's a quirky part of the deck that I love so much. So nothing bad with that. So the deck here, you can see how it's gilded, but as soon as you do this, you can see the different suits and the colors here. So they're not in order by any means because I've used it multiple times. Okay, so the deck flipped through, and I apologize if it's close. On my viewfinder, this right here is really blurry, so I'm gonna end up bringing it up to the screen anyways. So here is the High Priestess. It's a beautiful card. I love it. That's what is on the cover of the guidebook. always really love the hermit cards out of every deck. Like, I'm high-key kind of wanting this card for a tattoo. Every deck, the hermit card is like one of my favorites. I love this card too. This is one of my favorites. Oh, this entire deck is a favorite of mine. Seriously, like, it's just, it's hard for me to put into words how much I absolutely love this deck. It's absolutely beautiful. It's relatable to me. I am in, I would say the northern Midwest. I mean, I'm not like super north Midwest, but I mean, I'm in like the middle of Wisconsin, so that is such a beautiful card. Oh, each of the suits also, like, each card is a phase of the moon. I forgot about that too. So each card you'll see the different phases, and those correspond with the meanings behind the card as well. So yeah, this is just, or I think it's the, hold on, 2 ace. Okay, it's the like the faces of the suits that have the moon phases. So like the king, the queen, the page, and maybe the twos. Oh, sorry, that went really fast. This one, okay, the card definition of this card really is what had me like, holy crap, I totally have had that same experience. like the stories behind each card is so personal for her, but I felt like they were so relatable. I think I've said that already so far in this video, but still, like, on point with all of these. So here's a moon phase, and that was the knight. And then here's the king. Wait, this is wands. I'm sorry, I think I said swords just now. And then there's a full moon back there. And, like, everything in the card is the meaning of something. And I know that some, like, most decks, the whole card means something, or, like, you're supposed to read the entire card. But, like, some of them make no sense to me, and some of the stuff is just absolute filler aesthetic of cards. So I really appreciate how simple but complex these cards really are. Like, look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Like, if you're a fan of turtles, like, oh gosh, I can't even. The cup suits are my favorite. I'm a water sign, so the cups are usually my favorite anyways. But I love the water imagery in all of these. Like, how fun is this? And the just the textures in the background of the card. Like, do you see that? Ugh, I can't. It's so beautiful. That sounded like I don't like it, but I love these. These are, like, if I could pick a deck that I love the absolute most out of 2019, it is this deck. I love all of the ones that I grabbed in 2019, but this one is just... this is my go-to deck right now, honestly. This is also one I was thinking about getting a tattoo of, just extending the otter tail a little bit. But honestly, I could get this entire deck tattooed, and I would not regret it at all. Seriously. And we have herons. I don't remember the name of this bird, but we get those these birds visiting literally right by our house because we live on Lake Michigan, and they go to like this one place in town and just congregate for like 2 weeks or something. So now we're into the earth element ones. Oh, by the way, the wands I think were fire, I want to say, and the swords are air. Yeah. So the swords are air element. And then, so like if you're looking for an elemental deck, this is a really nice one too. So I would say Major Arcana is spirit, wands are fire, the cups are water, the pentacles are earth, and then the swords are air. So let's get back into the flip through of these here. So 7 of Pentacles. Like, aren't these just absolutely freaking... they're adorable, they're stunning. I have every, like, good adjective to describe this deck. I want to find all the adjectives, all the good ones to describe this deck because I love it so much. It's so worth it. I just like this one too. The description, so this came up in one of my pollings when I mentioned like the descriptions, it's because of the ones that I've had, but this card is the one card that this deck said that this is how it feels about me, which the description of it was the mama bear protecting kind of thing. And I loved this card so much after that, and I actually was seriously thinking about having a local artist tattoo. All these cards, I feel like I am gonna end up wanting a tattoo of at some point. I mean, I do have a tarot card tattoo already, and that's this one. Sorry for it being upside down, but that's from the Line Strider Tarot, from her from the first edition that she did before it's like available at stores kind of thing. King of Pentacles. This one's beautiful too. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I didn't even notice. So at the top of each card, there's like this box. I noticed them here because they're the Roman numerals, but I didn't notice them being different up here. Jeez. You know, just noticing different things. Like, look at the texture of that squirrel. And now we're on to the swords here. And I believe most of these have winged things in them. That's really cool. As someone who grew up with the Magic School Bus, I appreciate the bats. For some reason, that's what it reminded me of. I don't know. Ignore my goofiness, I guess. I also appreciate, like, I mean, it's going through the wings, yeah, but there's, like, a lack of gore to them. So it's not as, like, super shocking as some other decks can be. And I appreciate that in other decks, but for stuff like this, I really enjoy the lack of gore. I think it fits the aesthetic a lot better, in my opinion. Mushrooms! Like, look at that detail. Well, if it wants to focus. But look at that detail. Isn't that awesome? Jessica, if you are watching this video, I absolutely love this deck. This is, oh my gosh, I can't even. It's just stunning, beautiful, super easy to read. I need to refresh my memory whether or not this is still available. And if it is, I will definitely put links below. That'll, whether or not, if it is, it'll be in my next part of the video. So that is the flip through of the cards, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Favorite deck of 2019. Alright, so that's it for the Forager's Daughter Tarot flip through review. I did quickly look up to see if you can get this deck. It's available on Kickstarter, and it's a second release, and it has a ton of really fun stretch goals. So if you guys are able to back the deck any way that you possibly can, it is going to be absolutely amazing. The stretch goals are phenomenal and beautiful, and you will not regret having this deck at all. Her Etsy shop also has some prints from the illustration prints from her deck. There's 2 stickers that are from the original Kickstarter campaign, and then you can also get a 3-card reading with the deck by Jessica. And I'll link all her social media links down below, along with the links to the Kickstarter and her Etsy shop and everything. So just check out down below, and you will be able to easily find everything to do with this deck. Overflowing love of this deck. It's I cannot praise it enough, you guys. It's one of my absolute favorites, and the guidebook definitely set it above a lot of other Kickstarter decks that I had backed. I didn't back all of the divination Kickstarters of 2019, but I did a lot. So, so I kind of went maybe overboard in 2019 with the decks, but that's okay because I got a lot of really nice ones that I can use for different people. There's I kind of like this deck for sure is my personal use deck. I don't think I'll be able to read it for other people other than like close friends, people that I know very well. Or if none of my other decks fit them, then this deck will be for them. But I'm keeping this super close to myself. For me personally, just because I want to be selfish with this deck. I'm gonna say it. I need to be selfish with my self-care, and this deck is definitely part of my self-care. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I am trying some new things in this video. My kids have also interrupted a few times, but it's not that big of a deal. For anyone who's familiar with this channel knows I have kids, so and quarantining has been super tough on them. So especially for being 5 and 6 and not being able to play with your friends like your mom was planning on doing for the summer. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys, and I really appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next deck review or crystal video. Who knows what's coming next, because I don't even know. Bye, guys.